Now, Tom, I've owned a home and I know that finding the right lender is central to the home buying process, and it can make the difference between a great experience and a really, really stressful experience. You being a mortgage lender for a long time, how do you make the mortgage buying or the home buying experience superior to others? And what sort of are the key things that make the mortgage process a smooth process?
That's a great question. And you're right. We're not all one size fits all necessarily.
Yeah.
One of the things I find when people are buying a home that really helps to alleviate a lot of stress is just communicating, just being in front of people and not being that sort of, stuffed shirt behind a big desk, looking down over my spectacles at people, making them feel like they're not intelligent because they're not in finance. I think a lot of people come to me, I get a lot of apologies for the questions that they're asking. And I always just stop them during that conversation. And I go, listen, I think the only dumb question you can ask, or the only dumb question that is out there, is the one that you don't ask. So that's what we're here for. If people didn't have a need to have their questions answered, why wouldn't they just have robots doing mortgages for people?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that gets to a different question that I was going to ask in a little bit, but I'll ask it now. Why don't people, or why shouldn't people purchase online and try to do a completely online experience? I mean, we know a couple of the big companies that have, moved into the market trying to do mortgages online. It doesn't seem like it's a good idea to take your biggest financial asset that you'll probably own until you hit, later on in your working career. Why would you want to do that online, and why shouldn't you do that online?
Yeah, that's a great question. Honestly, I think the best mortgage companies have a nice balance between the online experience and the actual human beings behind the scenes that are actually doing the work and the analysis and the question and answer and helping people really personalize their mortgages into their goals. So, but as far as the online piece, there's not a fully online version of mortgages. I came from a mortgage company that was one of the big things they were doing, came out with the first digital mortgage in the world. A lot of fanfare. It was cool. The technology was cool. But at the end of the day, I think people, when push comes to shove in a real estate transaction, and you need a lender that's going to pick up the phone and talk to the listing agent when the listing agent has 15 offers on a home, and you've got buyers just clamoring over these listings because the market's still pretty limited in terms of inventory right now. It really helps to have a human being loan officer that can speak coherently to other parties involved in a transaction. It's more than a transaction, it's people's home.